The fountain of youth is a notebook. Why being grateful keeps you from looking like a deflated raisin. Let's be real. We are all collectively terrified of becoming a human prune. We spend billions on snail mucin, vampire facials, and miracle serums that smell like wet dog just to stall the inevitable march of gravity. But what if I told you the most potent anti-aging compound on Earth doesn't come in a $200 glass jar? What if the secret to looking like you've been preserved in amber isn't a chemical peel, but a perspective shift?
Today, we're diving into the biological sorcery of gratitude. And no, this isn't some live, laugh, love Pinterest board nonsense. We're talking hard science, cellular repair, and the kind of glow-up that makes your ex regret everything. Get ready, because we're breaking down the top 10 ways gratitude literally rewires your body to stay younger longer.
The telomere protector, shielding your DNA. Think of your DNA like a pair of shoelaces. At the ends of those laces are little plastic tips called telomeres. Every time your cells divide, those tips get shorter. When they run out, game over. You're officially old.
Chronic stress is like a toddler with scissors, snipping away at those telomeres. But studies show that a consistent gratitude practice lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, which acts like a protective coating for your genetic caps. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a bodyguard for your DNA.
But protecting your DNA is just the internal defense. What if I told you gratitude can actually change the way your heart beats to keep your skin from sagging? Let's talk about the rhythm of youth. 2. Heart rate variability, the internal metronome. If your heart is beating like a metronome, perfectly steady and rigid, you're actually in trouble. A healthy young body has high heart rate variability, meaning the heart is responsive and bouncy between beats. When you're stuck in a cycle of complaining, your heart enters a jagged, chaotic state. When you pivot to appreciation, your heart enters coherence. This smooth, rhythmic pattern sends signals to your brain that the war is over. The result? Better circulation, more oxygen to your skin, and fewer worry lines carved into your forehead.
So your heart is happy, but what about the invisible fire burning inside you? The one that's currently turning your collagen into ash?
Yeah, we need to talk about the inflammation extinguisher. 3. The inflammation extinguisher. Inflammation is the silent killer and the loud aging agent. It's what gives you puffy eyes, dull skin, and achy joints. Science calls it inflammaging. Catchy, right? Gratitude reduces circulating levels of inflammatory biomarkers like C-reactive protein. When you stop being a walking ball of resentment, your body stops producing the fire that degrades your tissues. You're essentially trading in your internal flamethrower for a cooling mist. Now, you can have the best DNA and the lowest inflammation, but if you aren't sleeping, you're going to look like a background character from The Walking Dead. Here is how gratitude hacks your REM cycle. 4. The melatonin multiplier. We all know beauty sleep is a thing, but most of us have anxiety naps. When you fall asleep ruminating on your failures, your brain stays in a state of high alert. Research from the University of Manchester found that practicing gratitude before bed significantly improves sleep quality and duration. By focusing on what went right, you trigger the release of melatonin and lower the threat response. You fall asleep faster, stay under longer, and wake up looking like you actually slept, not like you fought a bear in a dumpster.
But sleep is only half the battle. If you want that lit from within look, you need to master the brain's own pharmacy. Let's look at why gratitude is basically legal, natural Botox. 5. DHEA, the youth hormone surge. There is a hormone in your body called DHEA. It's the precursor to your sex hormones. and it's responsible for skin thickness, bone density, and muscle mass. As we age, DHEA plummets. However, studies by the HeartMath Institute show that people who practiced sincere appreciation for just 5 minutes saw a 100% increase in DHEA levels. You're literally signaling your endocrine system to produce the fountain of youth chemicals on demand. Who needs a gym when you have a thank you note? Okay, still go to the gym, but you get the point.
Continuing the descent into the biological rabbit hole, let's keep this momentum high. We've handled the hormones and the DNA, but we haven't even touched the brain sludge or the vampire secret of the immune system yet.
6. The brain sludge cleaner. Glymphatic system 2.0.
Your brain has a waste management system called the glymphatic system. Think of it as a nightly pressure wash for your neurons. When you're stressed and ungrateful, that system is basically clogged with mental hairballs, amyloid beta plaques that lead to cognitive decline, and that walking through a fog feeling we call aging.
Gratitude puts your nervous system into the parasympathetic state, the rest and digest mode. This is the only time your brain's cleaning crew actually clocks in. By practicing gratitude, you aren't just feeling good. You're literally power washing your brain, so you don't forget where you put your keys when you're 80. Cleaning the brain is great, but let's talk about the skin. If you've ever wondered why some people have that eternal sun glow, while others look like they've lived in a basement for a decade, it's all about the oxytocin afterglow.
7. The oxytocin afterglow. Natural skin plumping.
Oxytocin is often called the cuddle hormone, but it's actually a secret weapon for your complexion. When you feel deep gratitude, especially toward others, your brain floods your system with oxytocin.
This isn't just for warm fuzzies. Oxytocin is a potent anti-inflammatory that helps heal the skin barrier and boosts microcirculation. It's like an internal humectant, pulling moisture into your cells and giving you that plump, I just had a 10-step skincare routine look, without actually touching a bottle of hyaluronic acid. You're literally glowing from the inside out, and no highlighter on earth can mimic that.
But what happens when the world throws a literal punch at your health? If you want to be the person who bounces back while everyone else stays down, you need to understand the immune armor of the thankful. 8. The immune armor. IgA boosting. There's a protein in your spit called secretory immunoglobulin A, SIGA. It's your body's first line of defense against every cold, flu, and pathogen trying to ruin your week. Studies show that just 5 minutes of focusing on a feeling of care or gratitude can significantly boost your CIGA levels for up to 6 hours. Conversely, getting angry or frustrated for 5 minutes suppresses it for the same amount of time. Being ungrateful is basically like leaving your front door wide open for every germ in a 5-mile radius. Gratitude is the deadbolt. We've talked about physical armor, but let's get into the heavy hitter. The thing that actually dictates how fast you rust on a molecular level. It's time to talk about the free radical peace treaty. 9. The free radical peace treaty. Aging is essentially biological rusting. It's caused by oxidative stress. Free radicals running around your body like unsupervised toddlers in a china shop, breaking things. Usually, we fight this with blueberries and vitamin C. But here's the kicker. Your body's most powerful antioxidant isn't something you eat, it's glutathione, and your body produces it. High stress states inhibit glutathione production. Gratitude, by stabilizing your emotional state, keeps the master antioxidant factory running at full capacity. You're literally neutralizing the rust before it can settle into your joints and skin.
Finally, we reach the holy grail. The one thing that determines if you actually feel young or if you're just a well-preserved statue. Let's talk about neuroplasticity, the mental time machine. 10. Neuroplasticity, the mental time machine. The ultimate sign of aging isn't gray hair, it's a rigid mind. When you stop being able to learn, adapt, or see the beauty in things, you are, for all intents and purposes, old. Gratitude forces your brain to scan the environment for new, positive data. This strengthens the neural pathways in your prefrontal cortex. This mental flexibility is the definition of youth. It keeps you sharp, witty, and curious.
A grateful 70-year-old has more brain youth than a cynical 20-year-old scrolling through doom and gloom news feeds. You're choosing which version of your future self you want to inhabit.
The final verdict: your new routine. So, what have we learned? That your gratitude journal isn't just a place to vent about how much you like coffee. It's a biological intervention. It's a cellular repair kit. It's a way to tell your body, hey, we're doing great. No need to shut down the systems yet.
Instead of spending $500 on a cream that promises to reverse time, spoiler, it won't, try spending 5 minutes every morning and night listing 3 things that don't suck. Your DNA will thank you, your skin will show it, and your brain will stay as sharp as the wit I'm currently using to convince you to be a nicer person.
If you want to keep your telomeres long and your cynicism short, hit that subscribe button. It's scientifically proven to make you 5% more attractive to people who value high vibe intelligence. Okay, maybe not scientifically, but it definitely helps me stay grateful for you. Drop a comment below with one thing you're grateful for today, even if it's just the fact that you didn't have to pay for this advice. Let's start the anti-aging revolution in the comments. Catch you in the next one. Stay young, stay grateful.